Hi, hello, and welcome to the session on IFRS 16 simulation using Hamilton engine by Cognitus. On the previous video, we have made a very simple example of how to simulate an IFRS 16 lease transition. So if you haven't watched it yet, you can go on the description below and click the link. Today we are going to another use case of IFRS 16, which is reduction in lease scope using our solution. So my name is Zati and I am an IFRS 16 subject matter expert, part of Hamilton team in lease accounting. So let's jump right in. Today we are reviewing from the illustrative example of IFRS 16 reduction in lease scope, where a lessee has taken two identical floors in a building for a fixed rental of 15,000 currency unit per annum payable in arrears. The lease commences on 1st January 2019 until 31st December 2028. The incremental borrowing rate is 6% per annum at the commencement date. So after 5 years, a lessee returns one floor to the owner at the end of year 2023. And starting from 1st January 2024, a fixed rental has been revised to 30,000 currency unit per annum, and a new incremental borrowing rate is 5% per annum at this date. So as you can see, the table shown that returning one floor at the end of year 2023 is equal to 50% reduction in scope. That means we need to derecognize the half of 50% of the asset and also the lease liability. So the accounting entry should be debit lease liability, where 50% of 210,618 is equal to 105,309. Also for the credit asset, where 50% of 184,002 is equal to 92,001. And of course, when there is a reduction of scope, it could be a gain or loss that shall be recognized in the profit and loss account. For this case, the lease liability is higher than ROU asset, so there is a credit gain on the recognition, where right of use asset 92,001 minus lease liability 105,309 is equal to 30,308. So at the beginning of year 2024, the ROU has to be adjusted to reflect the revised discount rate, which is 5%, and the change in consideration, which is 30,000 currency unit per annum. So the journal entry should be debit lease liability at the ending of year 2023 is equal to 105,309. Credit lease liability at the beginning of year 2024 is equal to 129,884. So since there is an increase in the value of liability, we should recognize the difference of these two values as debit right of use asset 24,575 currency unit. The total of ROU asset adjustment is equal to 92,001 in year 2023 plus 24,575 in year 2024 is equal to 67,426. And opening balance for ROU in the beginning of year 2024 is equal to 116,576. So let's continue to simulate this use case in the engine and see if the number calculates are met. But first thing first, as I said last time, we need to load all data in Excel. As you can see right here, there is two Excel data that need to be uploaded. One is for the inception, the actual contract term without any remeasurement, and the second Excel is for the reduction in lease scope. So let's do one by one. But we're always starting with the lease inception. As for the use case right here, we're going to use LU01 for inception. The classification and variant is category or grouping for the lease. The lease agreement ID, header ID is a unique number of the lease contract. Lease ID is a lease type which is typed with a variant. The start date is the commencement date of the lease contract, which is 1st January 2019. The end date is the end date of the contract, which is 31st December 2028. The payment method for this case is arrears. The payment cycle is a yearly payment. For this contract, there is no non-cancelable period. And for the pricing date is the same as the contract date. And the invoice amount for this case is 50,000 per annum with incremental borrowing rate 6%. Go to your SAP and run tcode/cogn/16tc underscore raw underscore Excel. Browse the Excel that we just filled in just now and execute with an option of process immediately. So now the contract is created. Let's see the contract number by using tcode/cogn/16tc underscore LCD. So on the bar, just specify one number and press enter. If you specify one, which is we want to see the latest contract created in the engine, which is our contract just now, and select our contract and click on lease schedule to view the details. In this screen, as I said in the last video, there are two parts, which is header and detail. Header contains contract details and the details is contain lease schedule for the contract terms. As for the detail, what you can see in the screen is the lease schedule for contract period. But you can also choose if you want to see lease schedule by period, quarter or year. Based on our case is payment cycle in year. So just change this schedule to contract year by clicking change period and choose contract year and execute. So here you can see the contract term from 1st January until 31st December 2028 with the ROU of 368,004.35 is depreciated for the next 10 years, and the lease rental is 50,000 per annum, so the beginning of the total lease liability is 500,000. Interest in suspense costs entirely of 6% with the amount of 131,995.65, and it will be charged to P&L every month. So based on our example in the presentation slide, on the year 2024, there is a reduction in lease scope. So we have to load a different Excel will contain detail of the remeasurement of the contract. So in this Excel, all record header must be exactly the same except for the use case, dates, and pricing information. So for this case, we're going to use LU02 for modification, and start dates, end dates, and the status date must be the same as the effective modification date. For the pricing is going to be reduced to 30,000 currency unit with a new incremental borrowing rate of 5% and a reduction in scope of 50%. All the fields has been filled up. We're going to load it again using the same tcode /cogn/16tc underscore raw underscore Excel and browsing the file for the modification file, and we execute with option of process immediately. So now the modification has been uploaded. Let's check the number again using tcode /cogn/16tc underscore LCD. Or just enter our header ID and press enter, and this is our modification contract with the contract status modified, and select this one and click on lease schedule to view the details. So here you can see the contract has been remeasured at the year of 6, where the new beginning for the lease liability 150,000 minus interest 20,116 is equal to 129,994, and the ROU adjustment has been derecognized to 67,425.82. And the differences between the reduction of 50% of ending balance ROU and lease liability on the year of 2023 will be taken to the gain or loss account, which is 13,308.11. So if you go back to our example, the numbers are calculated correctly. So this is something that we want to cover in our solution using Hamilton engine, where is the simplest, fastest, and the most comprehensive solution for your business to achieve compliance in an ever-evolving world of accounting regulation. So until next time, if you have any question in regards to this solution, just comment down below. If you like this video, give us thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates. And thank you very much for watching.